have never considered sacrifice as part of my service, believe it or not. You miss birthdays, you miss holidays, you miss, events that your family or you may be experiencing. But I've never considered that a sacrifice because I always considered it a privilege to serve. It wasn't until I met Ann and Rick Rushing, who were Teddy's parents, private first class Teddy Rushing, when I really began to understand the true sacrifice of service. Teddy sacrificed his life. And when I learned Teddy's story, and because I didn't know what happened to Teddy, we received a casualty and I wasn't on the battlefield where Teddy was injured. But his mother and father were able to share the story because members of his unit shared that with him. And to understand the tremendous bravery and his selflessness to be able to go forward. He was a victim of an IED explosion, but he was the first onto the scene of the IED and he saved the entire unit behind him. Now, truly, literally thousands of lives are affected by Teddy's sacrifice because all of his battle buddies, all of his fellow Army members who were with him that he saved that day, their families were spared, their own family members, potential injury or death. But now they're all having babies. And so many of those babies are named Teddy now, which I think is so tremendous. And so that really underscored Teddy's sacrifice. But Teddy's parents sacrificed, their family sacrificed. And I think for me, I don't feel like I've sacrificed anything, but I understand what they have sacrificed. We see bravery all the time in the military. When you ask somebody who's young, especially 18, 19, 20-year-old, to leave home, one of the things that we asked our casualties to do when this last war in Iraq and Afghanistan is to pre-position their tourniquets on their limbs because we knew that if we could stop the bleeding in the battlefield, we could save people's lives. We lost lives in previous wars. We're always about lessons learned. And we lost lives in previous wars because people would bleed to death. Think about how brave you have to be as a young man or woman to put on 4 tourniquets in the morning as part of your uniform, knowing that somebody, maybe even you, is going to have to tighten those down to save your life if God forbid you are, exposed to an IED or a gunshot that is going to cause bleeding. That to me is bravery. I mean, I think that takes some courage and certainly bravery to do that. So this is kind of a Navy thing. People give paddles, usually as a gift of appreciation. And so this one I got and I've gotten so many tremendous gifts. When you guys said we could bring something with us, it was really hard to pinpoint the one thing because I do have a lot of really special and meaningful gifts. But this I received in Afghanistan in 2011 and 2012 when I served as the head nurse for the operating room. And we had a group of enlisted corpsmen who were there and we really leaned heavily on them. They had to work so very hard. And so, I used to go to bat for them all the time and try to make sure that we took really, really good care of them because, they oftentimes are the forgotten folks. And so when I left, they sent me this, and I just want to read the inscription because usually what they inscribe on these is the dates you served or the place you served. But my corpsman chose to write, "Thank you for always looking after us and supporting us no matter what." And I think that really embodies who I think of myself as a leader, as a servant leader. It's not about me, it's about them. And then they all signed the back, but I'm not going to read those things because those might get them in trouble. Yeah, there you go. But so this is really special to me because I think it really, just goes to show when you take care of the people will take care of the mission. And that's exactly what happened for us in Afghanistan.